We recently were on Keto Woman podcast with Daisy talking all about eggs. And so I thought we should do a video on how we like to cook our eggs in all the different ways that we like to cook them.
Yes, if you haven't listened to the podcast, definitely go and have a listen because it was lots of fun. We had lots of fun recording it. But we just talked about how versatile and amazing eggs are, basically.
Eggs are the best. I could literally eat a fried egg every day for breakfast.
And you do.
And I do a lot of the time. And I've talked about that a lot before. But I do like fried eggs.
So there's 4 main ways we cook our eggs at home. I will say we don't ever cook poached eggs. If we're going out, we'll order poached eggs. We're not.
People at a cafe can do it way better than we can, and it's
a lot of faffing. So we don't do poached eggs, but we do regularly do boiled eggs, fried eggs, and omelettes and scrambled eggs.
So you like scrambled a lot.
Yeah, I like a soft scrambled egg if I'm just having an egg. Yeah.
Okay, so let's boil some eggs.
Now, we're starting off with boiled eggs. We do use our Thermomix, so if you don't have a Thermomix, this doesn't apply to you. But if you do have a Thermomix, please use the egg boiler function. It makes life so easy. If you don't have a Thermomix, we do have a blog post on our website that has the timings for different kind of stages of cooked eggs. You know, if you want
soft boiled, hard boiled.
Yeah, exactly. So I've got a litre of just cold water in here, and then you go to the egg boiler function, and then depending on how you like your eggs, you just choose the option. I usually choose medium hard, which is a firm yolk but not dry, and that's if we're eating them for hard boiled eggs during the week kind of thing.
So if you're doing egg salad or like mayo and egg and that kind of thing.
Yeah, so we would quite often do this on a Sunday, just do half a dozen eggs, and then we pop them in the fridge for during the week. So we just pop our cold eggs in there, and they can be out of the fridge, which is good. The lid on. And then we're going to choose medium hard. So you just turn the dial here to medium hard. And that's all you have to do. It's going to take approximately 14 minutes. And it will like ping at us when it's ready. So we don't even have to remember it, which is the hard part for me.
The thing I really like is like you normally put the timer on when the boiling starts. Yes. You don't ever have to worry about that because they're in there and they're going to tell you when they're ready.
I always miss when the boiling starts.
Yeah. So frying my own eggs is actually something that I do every day by myself. I don't even need Erica's help. So I like to put the, what is it called? The stove on number 7. Seems to work well to get like I like to get like a crispier kind of bottom. And I don't flip mine. Erica flips hers so that everyone has their own way of doing it. But I do use a little bit of avocado oil.
And a non-stick
pan, and I just let that get hot and then I'll crack the egg in there. I don't have a lot of rules with this. You literally just get the pan as hot as the time allows and then chuck it in. Erica probably cringes.
I would like it to sizzle a little bit. Does it normally sizzle a little bit?
Depends on the day. Also, just top it with something, usually just salt and pepper, sometimes everything but the bagel seasoning, whatever I feel like. Today, just salt and pepper. It's sizzling now. Luckily, Erica doesn't watch me make my eggs because she doesn't eat them, so I just cook them the way I like them. So sometimes it really depends on the egg and how it kind of spreads out in the pan as to what I do from here. This one looks like the white's going to cook pretty well while it's getting crispy on the bottom. But sometimes when the egg is like super fresh, you know, it kind of is very small white and there's a lot of, like it holds up.
Yeah.
I might put a lid on the top. This one is a little bit too big, but I would put a lid on and that will help cook the top of the white a little bit more. Sometimes if I'm in a super hurry and I'm kind of about to rush out the door, I'll just flip it and let it cook on the top and eat it. I'm not too fussy, but It really depends on the egg and what happens when you crack it in the pan. So for me, that is how I like it. Erica wouldn't like that so much because there's a little bit of white still, but I'm happy with that.
No one likes eating slimy white. I mean...
No, but it's not slimy. It looks perfect. So it's definitely like nice and brown. That's how I like it. That is definitely how I like it. Yeah, it's crispy on the bottom.
Looks like a good one.
That is how I like it. Perfect. I mean, we all know what eggs taste like, but tastes like a good egg. If you cook it well, it's delicious.
And just like that, our boiled eggs are ready. So now I just like to get them off as quickly as possible, pour off the hot water.
I was like, oh God, what does that thing look like?
And get them under cold running water to kind of cool them down straight away. I think the Thermomix says different instructions, but this is my instructions. And then once they're cool enough that I can peel them, I like to peel them straight away.
And we just store them in the fridge peeled, right?
Yes, yeah. And obviously, you know, it depends on the egg, how easy it is to peel or not. It certainly doesn't, you know,
make it any easier to peel them.
Not necessarily. Okay, so let's see how our medium hard.
Oh yeah, look at that.
And if you, like normally we don't eat it straight away like this. So I think it continues to cook
a little bit
longer. But yeah, yum, oh, that looks delicious. Okay, next up, an omelette. So I'm just going to use this same pan that Dan was using, which is like a little non-stick frying pan, and it's still got a bit of leftover avocado oil in it. Just kind of on probably medium-high heat. And it's just a small pan, so I'm going to make a two egg omelette.
We often will do, on a Sunday, we might just use whatever we kind of had in the fridge just to kind of cook it up and have an omelette on a Sunday.
So I've just got 2 eggs in here. I like to season the eggs before cooking them. I know some people don't like to do that, but
this is our way.
I find it easiest, so I just give them a little whisk. I don't put anything else in it. I don't put
cream
any
or
milk
butter or anything in there.
No. So that's the egg mixture, and then once the pan is hot, I'm just going to pour it into there, and I like to kind of move it around at the start. I chopped up some ham, tomato and cheese to go inside our omelette.
But you can literally put whatever you want.
Nothing even, like you can put nothing in it.
Yeah, you could.
Or you can put everything in it.
You could do like a little mushroom, onion, bacon, kind of cook that up before you put it inside the omelette with cheese, always cheese. I reckon that would be delicious. You could do like Mexican flavors.
Like our taco.
Like our taco omelette.
Or like Italian, like you can kind of...
Italian sausage.
Or like olives, tomato, basil, or like... And any type of cheese as well, you know, feta, all sorts of cheeses would be yummy.
You could really play around with it, get creative with your fillings.
You've got in the fridge.
Usually we just literally go through our fridge and go, okay, these things need to be cooked up this weekend, so we'll just make an omelette.
Okay, our pan is getting hot now, so I'm just going to pop in the egg mixture. And then I just like to kind of move it like this and keep filling it in to cover the, like, make it cover the base of the pan sort of thing. Just until you kind of, there's no...
Is that so more egg gets cooked kind of quickly?
I don't don't know why. I just have always done it that way.
You love it when I ask questions like that, don't you?
I like that it's kind of a bit thicker, or it's not just a thin, like a, you know, if you just did it, poured it in, it would kind of be like rubbery. To me, that's kind of a bit nicer texture. So the egg's nearly cooked already, so I would then put the toppings in. I like to put the cheese first to make sure that it melts. I was too lazy to grate it. Obviously, you could grate it if you wanted to.
Normally it would be grated by me.
I mean, we've only been in lockdown a week and I'm already too lazy to grate cheese, so this could get interesting. So, I used up all the tomatoes that was left, which is probably too much.
More than,
you know, we're going with what we had in the fridge. So I would just, I mean, this is honestly going to cook so quickly in this little pan. So now, once this is kind of set, I would just flip it over.
Oh, look at that.
See how you get, I like that texture in there when you cook it that way, rather than it being just a set thing. I don't know, that's just my preference, but I would cook it like this for a while just to make sure that everything's heated through and the egg's all cooked, but you could see the egg was pretty much cooked already.
When you do tomato like that, they don't really cook, they just kind of soften a little bit.
Yeah,
usually.
you're just kind of heating it up. I like it relatively fresh because I don't like cooked tomatoes. So,
but you could cook the tomato in a pan first and then put it in. So if you're
depends
using...
what ingredients, what veggies you're using.
Yeah.
Like there's certain ones I'd want to pre-cook because I like to make sure that they're cooked.
Yeah.
I reckon that's pretty much done.
Need a plate.
I can't believe how quick that was.
I reckon even I could do that.
100% you could do that, Dan.
I don't, I just let Erica do it.
Yum. I mean, you could do this. Like, I think people think, oh, so
Eggs take a long time.
Doing a cooked breakfast during the week. But if you kind of have like a little bit of your stuff chopped up already, like that.
That was under 5 minutes. We've been recording for 6 minutes.
Less than that even.
That's what I said, it was under 5 minutes.
Oh, yum. Like classic flavours as well to me, ham, tomato, cheese. Lastly, scrambled eggs. I really like a soft scrambled eggs if I'm just having scrambled eggs, like not with anything in it. If I'm doing a scramble with like stuff in it, I like it firmer, so I would just do it in a fry pan. But for a soft scrambled egg, I normally do it in a saucepan, and this is not a non-stick saucepan, and Dan really hates cleaning.
It's my favourite job.
So I don't have it very often, but I also I like to use butter in my scrambled eggs. So I'm just going to pop some butter in there to melt, and then I'm going to get the eggs ready. And I don't put anything in with the eggs again. I know some people like to put milk or cream or something, but I just pretty much do 2 or 3 eggs depending on, I think we've got enough eggs. I've got enough eggs.
We've eaten enough eggs already.
So I'm just going to season them again with salt and pepper and give them a good whisk. I've even seen people add water.
Oh really? Just to thin them out a bit.
I don't know whether it's a textural thing, but I like just using some butter and then just the eggs with salt and pepper. So you don't want your pan too hot. I just took it off the heat to cool down a little bit. And you want to use like a spatula or a wooden spoon because it's going to need to be stirred, looked after, tended to. You can't walk away, but you just want, that's almost cooking too quickly for me, so I'm just going to take it off to cool down a little bit, because if you want it to be like a soft scramble, you just want it to cook quite slowly. And these saucepans are actually really good, but they have like a really heavy base, which means they retain the heat really well. Yeah.
And they hold the egg on the bottom.
Really well.
It really takes a lot of elbow grease to get it off, but I do get it off every time.
So you kind of notice that the texture of the liquid changes. Like, see how it's quite more watery now? That it doesn't have the kind of globular bits in it to me. But the key is low and slow, and just to keep stirring, because it will start cooking on the bottom, and you're kind of just scraping that off and stirring it back in. So you can see it's starting to thicken now. So it does kind of go from this to being ready quite quickly, and if you leave it on too long, you'll kind of lose the, I mean, it's fine to eat, it's just a bit drier than what you're kind of going for. Yeah. But you can see, probably want it a little bit more than this, but it's coming to where you want it to be. And obviously if you do more eggs, it's probably a little bit easier.
Yeah, so you would normally do it for both.
Yeah,
quite often,
I would probably do 6 eggs normally.
Scrambled eggs is for both of us, so.
But that looks perfect to me. So you can see it's kind of really soft and creamy, not dry. My mum used to do scrambled eggs
on the microwave.
In the microwave, and I hated scrambled eggs until I was like, this is what scrambled eggs is meant to be.
So my mum used to cook them. We would have them like Sunday lunch or something on toast, and they would be cooked like you could almost slice them. Like it would be
like at a buffet, you know, in the bakery.
Like so hard and not soft like this at all. Like look at this. This is how I now also like my scrambled eggs. Erica just does such a good job with them. They are.
I think the key is the patience behind it, you know, because you kind of got.
There's no
it takes
hard,
a long time.
rubbery bits at all.
Yeah.
It's delicious. So that's the 4 ways we predominantly cook eggs at home.
Yes, it is. So your favourite's fried. Mine's probably the soft scrambled.
I do like the omelette though.
I like any of them. Like I'd be very happy with any of them. That's just my favourite.
I hope so, because that's breakfast.
And yeah, we just normally choose poached eggs when we're out so that someone else can worry about that. But I know lots of people have very nifty ways of cooking poached eggs. We just haven't gone down that rabbit hole.
It's not worth the effort for us. So hopefully you've enjoyed this video. We plan on doing more kind of how we do things for certain things.
And
we're
kind
also
of comparison type
we're also doing a chicken wing one today. So if you like those types of videos, please let us know in the comments below that you enjoy these videos. Make sure you give us a thumbs up, and thank you so much for watching.
Bye.
Bye.